Kelly Marie here, and today we have a fun treat. Design team member Chari is going to show us how to make pinwheels like the one you can see on this layout that I did here. Say hello to Chari.
So, hi everybody, Chari here, and you'll have to excuse me because I'm suffering from a cold, so sorry that my voice sounds all scratchy and, deep. I thought I'd make a video to show you how to make some easy pinwheels. Someone on Twitter asked Kelly Marie if she had any videos on how to do this, and we made pinwheels at CHA, and I made a ton of them. So I figured it would be great for me to just make a video to show you how. So this is actually my pinwheel that I made, or that I wore at CHA, and surprisingly it lasted through 3 days of craziness. I'm going to show you two methods on how to make these. I'm going to show you how we made them with the brad, and then I'm going to show you another method that someone mentioned to us that uses glue dots and a button in the middle. So I'm going to show you both. Ours had a pin on the back so you could wear them, but obviously, this would be great for scrapbook layouts or cards or whatever. So the way I'm going to start, let's make a purple one first, and I'll show you the brad method first. And this pinwheel happens to be cut out of a 2.5 inch square. So I'm just going to cut a 2.5 inch square here. And then the next thing you want to do is and this is a small hole punch. The punch is a tiny hole, not a regular size notebook hole punch. And what you want to do is try and punch a hole as close to the center as possible. So like that. And then you cut a line from each corner, probably 3/4 of the way to the center. Don't cut too far because I learned the hard way that when you try to put it together, they tear really easy if you cut too close to the hole in the center. So, and you can do this on your paper cutter if you don't think you can cut a straight line. But they don't have to be perfectly straight. You won't be able to tell once you start folding it together. So now I have my four corners cut. And then I'm going to take the small hole punch again, and I'm going to punch a hole in the corner of each piece. And I'm going to do it in the same corner. Just like that. And then this is the part that you kind of want to practice, or you may take a few tries. The easiest way I figured out how to do it is sort of try to fold them in and line up the holes and kind of hold them down. And you may find it easier to try to put them on the brad as you go. This is the easiest way I figured out how to do it, is to try and hold them down and line them all up, and then slip the brad through and flatten it out on the back. So there we have that method of making a pinwheel. Now I'm going to try and figure out, I haven't done this yet, how to make one using glue dots. I'll make it out of this blue paper. And you really do want like a two-sided paper to do this because you're going to see both sides. So the new Lawn Fawn paper is really cute to do this. I really like, this was my favorite one with the flowers on one side and the pink on the inside. So this one's going to have suns on the inside. So we're not going to punch any holes on this one. But I'm going to hold my thumb towards the center so I kind of know where it is. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut from the corners in. Might cut a little closer this time. Actually, I haven't done it with glue dots, so this may be an experiment. So there we have our cuts, and then I am going to put a dot in the middle. That wasn't really the middle. Another one on top of it. Okay, so I'm guessing we're just gonna fold each one in, and we may have to add a dot each time on top. Fold it and stick it, and add another one straight to the center every time. Kind of going off the screen there, sorry. And then I'm just going to put one in the middle. And then I'm going to actually put two in the middle because this is kind of a big button. Eventually I'll get enough of them. I just found a pink button that I thought might be pretty with. This is actually a button with no holes. Oh, and I had a little cut in my thing there. So there's another method of doing it. I guess it might just depend on what kind of supplies you have sitting around. So they're pretty easy to make. And there's two ways of doing it. And then of course, if you want to make a smaller one, start with a smaller square. If you want to make a larger one, start with a larger square. And you can sort of measure if you want to know how big. Like if you kind of have an idea of how big you want, you can see, like if you turn it this way, that the square I started with was 2.5 inches. So you know if you need one that takes up a 4x4, that's about how big it's going to be. That's what you need to start with. So there you go. There's how you make a pinwheel. So I hope this answers all your pinwheel questions. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Chari. Have an amazing day, everyone. Bye.